My name is Nordin Bukhana. I'm a teacher of English, and in this video I'm going to teach you the simple past tense. So if you want to learn all about the simple past form, just watch this video till the end. Well, the first thing you should know about the simple past form is the time expressions. Expressions that we can use to show that we are talking about past event or past actions. These expressions are as follows. Number one, expressions with last. Example, last week, last Monday, last Tuesday, last Friday, last Monday, etc. Last holiday, last month, last year, last week, last session, last holiday, last moment, and so on. So all expressions used with last. Yesterday, yesterday, ago, any expression or time, a period of time ago. Example, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, many years ago. And we can also use in plus a year. Example, in 2019, 2019. Now we are in 2020 or 20, and 2019 is the past. So in 2019 it was the past. In 1999 is also in the past. So in plus a year. When I was. For example, when I was 7, now I'm 52, and when I was 7, it was a long time ago, so it was in the past. So these are the expressions that you can use to show that you are talking about the simple past. The second thing you should know about the past is the form. How we use the simple past form. In this video, in this part of the lesson, I'm going to talk about verb to be in the simple past form. So, the form of to be in the past is was, were. So, I was at home yesterday. I was at home yesterday. He was at home yesterday. She was at home yesterday. And were. We were at home yesterday. You were at home yesterday. They were at home yesterday. So we have two forms, was and were. In the negative form, generally speaking, we just add not to the verb. So we can say, I was not at home yesterday. He was not at home yesterday. She was not at home yesterday. They were not at home yesterday. We were not at home yesterday. They were not at home yesterday. We can also use what we call the contracted form, contractions, or what we call short form. Example, I was not at home becomes I wasn't at home yesterday. I wasn't at home yesterday. You were not at home yesterday. You weren't at home yesterday. You weren't at home yesterday. So this is about the negative form. Now what about the interrogative form or questions? In questions concerning the verb to be, we just invert the subject and verb. Example, if I say, I was at home yesterday, so in a question, for example, I wonder with myself. I ask myself a question. So this is wondering, to wonder. To wonder is to ask yourself a question. Was I at home yesterday? I don't remember I was at home. So I ask myself, was I at home yesterday? Was I? I was becomes was I. So we invert the subject, which is I, and the verb, which is was. So we say, was I at home yesterday? The answer would be yes, I was, or no, I wasn't. If I'm asking a person, for example, my wife, I'm asking my wife if I was at home yesterday. So I ask her, Was I at home yesterday? She said, yes, you were at home yesterday. Or she said, no, you weren't at home. Don't you remember? Nice. So, I was at home. Was I at home? You were at home. Were you at home? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Was she at home? Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Was he at home? Was your father at home? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. No, he was not. Or he wasn't. We said that the contraction form is wasn't, wasn't, wasn't. I was not, I wasn't. He was not, he wasn't. Well, so now that we have learned the three forms of the verb to be in simple past, which are affirmative, negative, and interrogative, now let's see these examples, or let's see these forms in examples. So let's have some examples. Were you at home yesterday? Were you at home yesterday? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? Yesterday, I was in the cinema. Yes, I was in the cinema. Good. What about you? Where were you yesterday morning? Yesterday morning, I was at home having breakfast. I was at home having breakfast with my family. I was at home having breakfast. Good. Were you in Paris yesterday? Were you in Paris yesterday? No, I wasn't. I was at home. No, I wasn't. I was at home. Alright, now we are going to talk about questions with the simple past of the verb to be. You know that there are two types of questions. What we call yes-no questions. It means questions to which the answer is yes or no. So these are yes-no questions. And the second type of questions is WH questions. WH questions. So what are WH questions? WH questions are simply questions that use words which have or contain W and H. There are 8 WH question words in general. What, where, when, how, who, whose, and which. These are the seven most important or most known question words, and whose is the 8th one. But we can generate more questions using how. So if we consider how as one question word, that makes 8 question words. But if we consider other questions that we can generate from how, that makes more than 8 question words. So we can say, how old are you? How long was the film? How far is your house? And so on. So we can generate more questions using how. That's very nice. Now we're going to see examples with yes-no questions and WH questions. Nice. Now let's begin with first question word. What? What was your favorite subject in primary school? What was your subject? Favorite subject? What was your favorite school subject in primary school? It was Arabic. My favorite school subject was Arabic. Good. Now question with where. Where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? Yesterday, I was at home. I was at home. Nice. Now with when. When were you born? When were you born? When were you born? I was born in 1967. I was born in 1967. I'm an old man. Nice. Or I was born in 2000. I'm a young man. I'm a young boy. I was born in 2000. When were you born? I was born in 2000. I was born in 1967. Now question with why. Why were you shopping yesterday? Why were you shopping yesterday? I was shopping because my father asked me to do so. Why were you shopping yesterday? I was shopping because my father asked me to do so. Nice. Who? Who? Who was shopping yesterday? Teacher, me. I was shopping yesterday. So, who was shopping? Who was shopping yesterday? Who was shopping yesterday? So we are asking for subject, someone who did something yesterday. So who was shopping yesterday? Teacher, me. I was shopping yesterday. I hope now that you have learned the simple past form using the verb to be. So thank you very much for watching. Before you leave, I'd like you to like the video and subscribe if you didn't do it yet, and leave a comment. Thank you so much. Goodbye and see you next video.